So Andrea, if you are a married couple and you both were actually high income earners, so say you were making over $142,800 per year, and you decided to wait till the age of 70 to start your Social Security benefits. I don't know if you know this or not, but that would mean almost $100,000 coming into the household per year. And that is no chump change by any measures in my book. So it is very important, and you guys have to understand why we always talk about on our videos about Social Security so often, because it could be a major income source for your retirement. So in today's short educational video, what we want to do is talk about 4 critical, costly mistakes that you're going to want to avoid in order to make sure that you get all that you deserve out of your Social Security benefits. So stay locked into this video. Hi, my name is Carson Graves, President and CEO of the Retirement Education Center.
And my name is Andrea, Director of Operations at the Retirement Education Center. And the reason we've created these educational videos is to help to make the difficult and confusing retirement process simple.
Absolutely, and we do this, quite frankly, by incorporating a team of strategic partners ranging from certified financial analysts, certified financial planners, estate attorneys, insurance advisors, and other needed professionals to help us build a comprehensive and holistic roadmap that's going to let our clients know when, where, and how they can reach their retirement goals.
For specialized strategies on how to maximize your retirement income, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload new videos.
So Andrea, I know that you've heard this old adage that, what you don't know can't hurt you, right?
Right.
And that may be true, Andrea, in some cases, but it's certainly not the case when it comes to your Social Security benefits. One of the main reasons why I say that, Andrea, is because Social Security is one of the primary source of most retirees' income in America. And Andrea, I say that because it is never too early for you to start understanding Social Security benefits for both you and your loved one. Because as we always say, Andrea, we want you to be educated so you don't be frustrated later in life when it comes to any decisions that you're going to have to make when it comes to your retirement options. So we are going to discuss 4 crucial mistakes that you can make when it comes to your Social Security benefits that you're going to want to avoid. And Andrew, I think you picked these 4 out as well. But before we get into that, there are always 2 rules to retirement income that we want to give you. And what are those 2 rules, Andrew?
Well, rule number 1 is to never run out of money, and rule number 2 is to never forget rule number 1.
So let's go ahead and talk about these 4 costly mistakes that I think you are going to want to avoid when it comes to your Social Security benefits.
So Carson, I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to do this research on Social Security. And to be honest, as I've been doing these videos with you, I've been learning a lot. So coming from a consumer perspective, I've researched 4 topics here. So we're going to go over those 4 topics. And my first question is basically, what is the mistake of filing too soon? Because a lot of people call and ask, what is the age that we should file? Because I don't want to file too soon.
So yeah, absolutely, Andrew. Filing too soon is a very, very costly mistake that so many people actually partake in far too often, actually. Most people know that when they turn the age of 62, they can actually start taking their Social Security benefits. But should they? Should they not wait to their full retirement age or wait to age 70 to actually get more from Social Security? And the reason why a lot of people do this, what I hear, is that they think that they're going to die. They think they're going to die too soon and not be able to recoup or break even or miss out on some of those years from taking Social Security. But you absolutely should not be thinking that way when it comes to your Social Security benefits, because Social Security is nothing more than longevity insurance. It's going to make sure that as you age, you have some sort of income based off of inflation, by the way. So it's going to be an increasing income that's going to continue to take care of you throughout your retirement years. Now understand, we have other insurances that we have, right? We have our homeowners insurance and our car insurance, and we never think about how long will it be before we get into some sort of accident before we have to use that insurance. We have it in place for safety measures, and that's how people should look at their Social Security benefits. Try to make sure they can maximize it. Don't think about dying too soon. Think about living too long when it comes to your Social Security benefits. So that's a very good one, Andrew, that you picked out for us.
So the other mistake that I found very interesting is not filing for survival's benefits.
That's a really good one too, Andrew, that you picked off the list there. Survivor's benefits are really, really important that you understand. So if your spouse were to pass away, so if I were to pass away, you can file for your survivor's benefits as early as the age of 60. So it's 2 years earlier than what you can file for your normal Social Security retirement benefits. So you can file for those benefits at the age of 60 and then allow your own benefits to actually grow and get those delayed retirement credits all the way to age 70 and then turn on your higher benefit at that time. So many people make the mistake of not understanding how to maximize, we hate to call it an opportunity, but when a spouse passes away, hopefully people can understand that you do have to have a discussion about this in order to make sure that you're not shortchanged in any measure when it comes to those benefits that you are entitled to. So that was a very important one that you chose from the list, Andrew, because so many people get confused about how to take advantage of their survivor's benefit when the other spouse has actually passed away.
So Carson, the third mistake that I checked off your list was getting a divorce. I found that very interesting. So tell us more about that one.
Yeah, Andrew, getting a divorce, we've spoken about this before on our prior videos about how a divorce can really, it can wreak havoc on your retirement plans and any of your retirement dreams that you may have. But what most people don't understand, that they may call it quits too soon. If you are actually married for at least 10 years, continuous 10 years of marriage, if you actually have to get a divorce, if that you can no longer stand each other, then you are entitled to at least 50% of that higher spouse's Social Security benefits. So if you're really angry at year 8 or 9, try to hang in there, because if you can reach year 10, you know that at least it was all worth it from that standpoint. And if you're still single, when that spouse passes away, you can actually claim 100% of that survivor's benefit. So just understand that even if you're divorced, you can claim 50% of that spousal benefit if you're still single, and also you can claim 100% of survivor's benefits if you're still single from that ex-spouse. So getting a divorce and not understanding exactly what the ramifications of that may be when it comes to your Social Security benefits is a huge and very costly mistake that I see a lot of people wish they had not made.
So Carson, the last thing that I checked off on the list was your Social Security being taxed. Now that's a surprise to a lot of people.
You know what, Andrew, you're exactly right. When I do my classes about Social Security, one of the most, I would say, some of the hardest looks that I get from the audience is when I start talking about, your Social Security is able to be taxed anywhere from 50% to as high as 85%. And so the big surprise is this, Andrew. We know that a large portion of most retirees' retirement savings are going to be in IRAs. That's, most studies are going to show that most people keep a lot of money in their IRAs. And so what happens is that most people use a conventional rule of thumb of saying, we're going to let our IRAs continue to receive that tax deferred status until they reach the age of 72, and they have to start taking their required minimum distributions. And then at that time, that's where the big surprise come into play. Because when you take that distribution, that's going to increase your overall provisional income, and it can cause your Social Security benefits to be taxed anywhere from 50 to as high as 85%. So it may be a wise strategy to take your IRAs and start taking income from those type of plans early on in your retirement. When you're in a lower tax bracket, take those distributions early, and then allow your Social Security benefits to increase to a level that can complement your retirement at some point. Therefore, when you do start taking those required minimum distributions, at least that account value has somewhat diminished just a bit in order to maybe give you a tax break on the back end of your retirement, so you don't have that big surprise. That was a really good one that you chose, Andrew, because so many people get confused on how they can build a really smart strategy when it comes to their IRAs and their Social Security benefits. So good. Thanks for utilizing that list and picking off things that we want a common person to just take a look at and say, hey, what actually interests me? What do I want to know about Social Security and the mistakes that I want to avoid? Because if she has those questions, I'm sure many of you out there have the same ones as well. So what I want to do now is just share my screen with you very quickly so you can get the concept of what I mean by making sure that you don't make the mistake of having that surprise tax bill later on in your retirement. So take a look at this very closely, because I think it'll be very, very intuitive for you. And maybe you don't make this mistake with your own benefits. So I really wanted to share my screen with you on that last point to really bring home the huge issue when it comes to your Social Security and taxation. So let's go ahead and look at this example here. We have Mr. and Mrs. I don't know, and let's just say they have a combined Social Security income of $36,000 a year. Well, let's also say they have a combined IRA of $1.5 million. They have $1.5 million, and they will have to start taking required minimum distributions at the age of 72, which is going to equate to about $58,594 per year. Now, at that particular moment, their Social Security benefits can then start to be taxed anywhere up to 85%. And so 85% of those of their Social Security can become taxable at that point, simply because they were not planning effectively in the early stages of their retirement to try to utilize some of these IRA dollars and perhaps allow their Social Security benefits to delay all the way to age 70, and then having a smaller pot that these required minimum distributions may be pulled from. But that's not even the worst case of it. Their Medicare premiums, because of that higher income, could also be pushed to be a higher tax on their money as well. So not only are you being taxed on your Social Security benefits now, but you're also being taxed when it comes to your Medicare premiums, because they can actually be higher due to the fact that you have a higher income. So you're basically getting double taxed simply because you're not managing your IRA with your Social Security properly. So you want to make sure you take a really good look at how this may affect you down the road when it comes to your retirement. No matter what your financial situation may be, always consult with a financial advisor or a tax advisor and or attorney when it comes to your personal situation, for sure. So I really hope that this video, gave you some insight on how to avoid, 4 very costly mistakes when it comes to your Social Security benefits. Please remember that these videos are created for educational purposes only, and that you should always seek out your own financial advisor, tax advisor, or attorney when it comes to your particular situation. Also, if you are looking for a fiduciary financial advisor to help you with these types of complex financial matters, please click on the link in the description provided below and learn how you can become one of our high-value clients. For more information on this particular subject matter or any of the topics that we've discussed in our past videos, feel free to reach out to our office or leave any questions or comments in the section below.
To learn more about our services and how we can help you to increase your chances of not outliving your retirement savings, make sure to click on the link in the description below and sign up for our free Maximizing Your Retirement Income Masterclass. After this video, please check out our other videos that we've created that will give you tips on how to maximize your retirement. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and share it with a friend. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you have questions,
we have answers.